everyone, this is Caitlin, and I just wanted to show you how to use SageModeler to create a computer model that can help us think about how the different types of plants in our study can affect the ecosystem and create conditions to speed up or slow down the decomposition rate. So SageModeler is a really cool free online tool that you can use to create computer models of different systems. And on the next slide, you'll find a link to the model that we have set up here for Project Crystal Code. So first, to get our model started, let's look at our modeling question here, kind of at the center of the workbook. It says, how do water saver plants, water spender plants, and non-native plants affect the decomposition rate at the bowl experiment? And this is the question that we're going to try to answer with our model. So the first thing that you'll need to do to answer this question is to add decomposition rate into your model, since that's what we're trying to investigate with this modeling question. So you'll see here there are a bunch of pictures in the upper left, and you can expand by hitting the little arrow icon. And you can see that there's a bunch of options of what we've already added into the model template. So I'm going to choose a picture to represent decomposition rate. And here I'm going to use this hammer. So you can just click it or drag and drop it into the workbook. Just because a hammer kind of relates to breaking down, which is what decomposition does. Then you're going to want to label it with whatever factor it is. This is decomposition rate. All right. If you don't like any of the images in the model, or if you need new, you can always hit Add Image. Get that out of the way. And you can search for images, and it'll give some clip art options here. All right, once we've chosen a picture and it's labeled, we're ready to start modeling. You'll also notice on the far left of my screen here in the model template, I've already added in our 3 experimental treatments: water saver plants, water spender plants, and non-native plants. For now, we're actually going to leave those there on the side, and we'll add those into our model at the end. So now let's think about all of the factors that you came up with that affect the decomposition rates and add those into your model. I'll demonstrate this with soil moisture since I thought that would be an important factor. And you can keep doing this with more components and processes on your list. So let's start with soil moisture. I'm just going to use a water droplet to represent this and then label it. So once you have a few components added to your model, you can start connecting them. So you can hover your mouse over the component and click on the arrow, which you can drag to the component that you think it influences. So if I think soil moisture will affect the decomposition rate, I can drag that over. Then I can double click on the arrow to define the relationship, and it'll open up a little kind of series of questions for you. It'll ask you if an increase in soil moisture causes decomposition rate to increase, decrease, or vary. So now I think that an increase in soil moisture will cause decomposition rate to increase. And it'll ask you if it causes it to increase the same, a little, a lot, more, less and less. In this case, I think it increases a lot, so I'm going to choose that one. Finally, you can ask you to explain why you think that, and I would explain my reasoning here. And then you just want to keep doing that. So for example, what other factors on your list affect decomposition rate? What other factors might affect soil moisture? And how about our experimental treatments? Water saver plants, water spender plants, and non-native plants. Once you've set all the other relationships, let's connect our 3 plant types to anything you think they might impact in your model. We can do the first one together. How do you think planting water saver plants would affect soil moisture? You can drag if you think there's a connection there. How about any other factors in your model that you would connect it to? Go ahead and set the relationship between your plant types and any other factors they influence. Do you think the 3 plant types will have the same relationship or maybe different relationships? Once you've added everything that you think affects the decomposition rate and you've set all the relationships between them, you'll want to know how to save your model so that you can come back to it later or share it with your teacher. So click on the icon on the upper left and go to Save. And you can decide whether to save your model to a Google Drive or download it to your computer. You can also share a link to your model using the share and get linked to shared view. That way others can view it online. Whenever you create a link to shared view, it shares it for whatever it is looking like in that moment. So if you update it, you'll need to create a new link to shared view. All right, that's it. Spend some time playing with SageModeler and setting up your model. And then once you get all of the components and processes added, you can view another screencast where I'll show you how to use SageModeler to actually run a simulation and see how changes to the environment affect our decomposition rate. See you soon.